welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today I wanted to share with you a little bit of information that might be slightly controversial in the prepping community. And this information that I'm going to share with you is simply my experience. I'm not saying that this is right, wrong, or indifferent, but I want to share with you guys some information that you may not know. Now, a lot of us in the community, we tell you how to package up your dry goods for long-term storage, your flour, your sugar, your rice, your beans, all that sort of thing. And we tell you to freeze them in batches, let them air dry, place them into something like Mylar with oxygen absorbers, and then put them down inside of food grade buckets. That is wonderful information. And the reason that a lot of us share that with you is because that is going to be the safest route for the majority of people, especially when it comes to climate. Now, what I want to share with you is that food storage is, just like anything else, it is going to be dependent not only on how you store it, where you store it. We all know to go ahead and put our food in a cool, dry, dark place. But it is also going to be greatly impacted by climate. Now, where I am in Colorado, it is very dry here. We do not have much humidity. And then obviously my home is climate controlled. So I am able to get away with a lot more things than a lot of other people would. We do not have any pests in our home because we do make sure that we spray outdoors regularly with pest control. So that is not something that I worry about. But I wanted to share this with you guys just from a perspective of the fact that we don't talk about climate and what kind of an impact that has on food and what you're able to do with that food. So for me and my personal experience, this is just my personal experience, I have been able to place flour inside of gallon Ziploc bags, and I have been able to use that flour for as long as 5 years past that date. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and try this, do this, whatever, but I wanted to bring this to your attention because we don't really talk about it. Climate is going to affect your food. We're all told that oxygen is going to go ahead and degrade the flour, you can't use it, all this sort of information. But in my personal experience, I have been able to store flour just like this, and I have been just fine. We've never had any issues. I bake with it just like normal. The other thing I'm hearing is that in different areas, when you open up a giant can of coffee or something, that you're having problems with that degrading quickly. Here in Colorado, where it's so dry, I can easily get away with leaving that can of coffee open for the month that it takes my family to get through it, and it will still stay fresh. The other thing is rice. So as you guys can see, I have left this in the original packaging. Now, I'm not saying I don't have anything packed up for long-term storage, so don't misunderstand me, because I do. I do have a lot of stuff in the Mylar. I have gone ahead and taken those extra steps. I went ahead and placed mine not only inside of Mylar, then I took the bags and put them inside of Gamma Vault. So I do have food stored that way for long term, but other stuff that we're rotating through that we're going to use in the next several years, I don't package that way because I don't have to in my area. So this particular bag of rice I still have in here, and it says best before 11/21. Now, if you look at this rice, there are no bugs or anything like that. I know that's something that we talk about, is that, bugs and things can get in there, and that's usually from the eggs hatching. But I have never had that experience. I've seen the little rice, that have the kind of burnt edges and things on them, but I've never had that happen. And I did want to mention that in Asian countries, they go ahead and when they purchase their rice, they just leave it in a sack in the corner, and they roll that sack back up and close it, and they get in and out of it all year long. They eat out of that sack of rice. Now, they may go ahead and experience a situation where they do get some bugs or something in there, but bugs are not going to kill you guys. You would just go ahead and boil that rice, and then you could let those float to the top and sift them out. Now, it sounds kind of gross, but I just wanted to mention that so that you guys are aware that in other countries, they do not go ahead and package this kind of thing up if they're going to be using it, in that first year or two. So I just wanted to mention that. This is something that I do. The other thing is with spices, I know we talk about expiration dates on spices. So just to give you guys an idea, this cinnamon here says that it expired in 2018. This is, I think, my chili powder. Yeah, chili powder. This expired in 2016. And then I have some seasoned salt here that expired in January of 17. Now, there is nothing wrong with these spices, guys. I have been using them just fine. They taste exactly the same. I don't really taste any difference in my food. So this is something as well that, we talk about. You can package these things up. Sure, you could go ahead and throw some oxygen absorbers or something in there. But in my area where it is so dry, I'm able to maintain these things just fine like this and go many years past those expiration dates. So this is just a little quick lesson. I wanted to share with you guys my experience, my personal experience. Now, if there are any of those in the community that feel like sharing things that they have witnessed themselves, I would love to hear your take on it, because this is just not something that we really talk about in the prepping community. And I think it comes from a place of us feeling maybe like we can't share this information because we've all been told that we have to do things a certain way. But I have learned that sometimes it's okay to go ahead and share different things that you've personally experienced, because we don't all do things exactly the same way, and sometimes we don't all do things exactly by the book, and that doesn't make any of us right or any of us wrong. It's just we have witnessed different things and experienced different things, and we should share them with the community. So this was just a quick video I wanted to do to share this with you guys. And if you've learned something today, please go ahead, give me a like, share, and subscribe. And remember to pray, prep, and put God first. God bless.